right, everybody. Getting a little bit later start this morning than normal because number one, it's chilly and I hate cold, and number two, I'm about ready to make a deal out here. What I'm talking about is, as many of you know who've known me for a while, I have a nemesis. One would say a white whale type of fish. Well, of course, a whale's a mammal, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I am a terrible sheephead fisherman. Terrible. Can't figure them out, can't catch them. There's a man out there that can. And when you don't know something, go to somebody who does. Ask them questions, be polite, be humble, and hopefully they'll give you some advice that really works. And that's what I've done. New to North Carolina, we have a gentleman called Elias V. Elias V, and I'm sure you've seen his channel. It's an amazing channel. He does a great job, much better than I do with this editing thing. Elias V is a sheephead specialist. It's what I would call him. Everybody has certain fish that they are really good at catching. Never, ever seen a human being in a kayak catch sheephead like he has. Does. So recently I reached out and I said, please, Mr. Miyagi of the sheephead, please teach me the ways. And he has kindly agreed. So I'm meeting him this morning, hopefully in moments, to pick up some blue crabs to use for these guys. And hopefully this will work. He's going to give me some tips, point me in the right direction. I'm going to take you along. My wife is desperate for me to catch a decent sized one so she can try to have one of those for dinner. So let's see how it goes. Fingers crossed.
The other day I found them on the income. I got one, but it was the biggest one of the day. On the other one on the income.
Now, do you when you're fishing for them, when you drop it down, like you just like, I'm catfishing, I'm here forever, or do you? If the fish is there, they're going to eat it.
You're either going to get hit by croakers right away, or you're going to get the right hit pretty quick.
So keep moving around.
Yeah, you know, either your bait's going to get cleaned off, or you're going to snag. There's not much wait time. Just
see,
like
I've been just dying. Like I'm just dying on this island. Dying.
It shouldn't be much.
These are the magic key jewels I have been missing.
That prevents you from snagging. Also, it's a lot easier because you don't have the weight and the hook combination bouncing around.
All right, everybody, the deal has been done. I have got my lesson from the sheephead master, Elias, and he's given me very specific instructions, very specific lures that I'm supposed to, jigs that I'm supposed to be using, instruction on how to quarter the crab, just a wealth of knowledge. It's like drinking from a fire hose. The knowledge is unbelievable. So hopefully I listened and am able to understand what the knowledge he's laying down, so that I will be able to show you some pictures of some giant sheep. I mean, the numbers and the size of sheephead he was talking about was just amazing. Amazing. So hopefully this will work. We'll see how it goes. All I can do is do the best I can, try to learn something new, and stay tuned. Elias said I would need to put the crabs on ice and then all the extra ice for the giant sheephead I'll be catching. We'll see. All right, folks, we might actually have a sheephead on. Maybe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is the first sheephead of my illustrious new life as a sheephead angler. Lot of pressure just got relieved. Nowhere near the size of Elias's sheepheads, but I would like to thank Elias V for teaching me how to catch these. Whew. Let's go get some more. All right, boys, we got a monster on now. I mean a monster. Oh yeah, leave. It's a big fish, boys. I'd like to thank all the people who made this possible. For years I sucked at this. Oh yeah, it's a stud. A lot of time on the water. You too can catch giant sheephead like this. Let's just get him in the net before I talk too much. Oh my God. Boys, there's a stud. Oh, guys. Huh. Thank you, Elias V and Bottom Sweeper Jigs. All right, everybody. I want to take a moment and kind of do a wrap-up of today's fishing session, my sheephead quest that was finally successful. I want to talk about not so much just the sheephead, but how to ask kayak anglers or just people in general for help. I've seen it all my life that people are unwilling or unable or simply just don't know how to say, hey, I'm not good at this, or you're very good at this, I do it okay, how can I do it better? Any of those things. So, like with Elias, he's a much, much, much better sheephead angler than I am. Much better. So instead of me saying exactly where did you go, exactly what are you doing, instead of saying, okay, and him saying, okay, you go to Candy Cane Lane, you fish the third candy cane on the left, that's where the fish are. That would help me just for one day. That's not going to help me for duplicating a great day of fishing or anything else in life in different situations. So what I really wanted to know from him, as an example of what we're talking about, is what do you look for? And this is what I've looked for that hasn't worked. What do you do? What's your technique? This is what I've done that hasn't been working. And I think we saw a little bit of that little clip in there when I said, do you just stay there like you're catfishing? That's what I've been doing. He was like, oh no, if they're not biting pretty quick, you keep moving, you keep moving. And that's a general aid to a specific problem, which allows you to use that skill every time out. And that really made the difference for me today. And it's not that in the past people had given me bad information or intentionally led me somewhere where the fish were not. It's just that the way he explained it to me clicked in my brain. So when you're asking someone for advice, whether it's fishing or anything else, if the advice they give you, if you think that's a good person and they're really trying to help you, but what you're doing with their advice doesn't work, maybe it's not that they gave you bad information, it's just that your skill set or the way you processed what they said doesn't work for you. So keep asking someone else. Don't just give up. And I'm not going to by any means say that I'm going to have another day like I did today the next time out. But what I will say is I have got skills now that I didn't have yesterday because I didn't quit asking. And that's what I think is the important thing to get out of all this. And when you ask someone, hey, how do you catch this fish? Or this or that, or anything, don't expect them to be super specific. Expect them to give you tips, techniques that work for them that you can apply, and hopefully they'll work. And today it did. So thanks so much, and stick around. We're going to do the Specs and Spots tournament in a couple of days. So old Marky here is going to take tomorrow off and rest the legs. And we'll see you soon. Thanks.